All right, so Bitcoin is going up today, taking the whole market with it. We're going to do technical analysis. I'm going to go quickly in the chart of Bitcoin. Also, I'm going to discuss some of the other hot topics of the day. Let's get started. You're watching Crypto Corner. All right, everyone, well, welcome to another episode of Crypto Corner, your crypto radar for all the latest news, reviews, market analysis, and tutorials that help you master the crypto markets. And the markets are actually looking good today for a change. I mean, we've gotten used to day after day seeing red and everything bleeding, all the coins dropping and everything. Today is one of those rare days in the last few weeks where everything is on the green. Everything is going up, 5, 8, 10%, 12%. Many coins are doing really good performance. One of the reasons is this is speculated online right now is possibly, I can't really say that this is exactly the case. I didn't really think this was the case, but according to Forbes and a few other news outlets, this could be the reason why Bitcoin is going up today. Apparently, there was a quick exchange on Twitter between Cardi and Jack Dorsey, the co-founder of Twitter, where Cardi B actually asked, do you think crypto is going to replace the dollar? And he just very briefly responded, yes, Bitcoin will. That's it. That's the tweet. So apparently this tweet is supposed to be sending Bitcoin right now into, again, a major bull rally. I'm personally not quite convinced. I feel that this right now, what we are doing, and I'm going to go in the chart in a moment, is basically just trying to break again from a major resistance, making just another attempt at breaking a major resistance. Are we going to get rejected yet again? Most likely we will. I don't think that we have enough strength, unfortunately. This is the main problem. So this is the chart of Bitcoin right now. This is on the daily. As you can see, we have this downtrend which I have drawn. We've been respecting this downtrend for a while now, and today is the first, not the first, is the second attempt right now at breaking this trend line. I think that because I'm not really seeing that much volume coming in, I feel that we are weak. We are not able to properly break above this. We might be able to break above it, but the question is, are we going to stay above it? This is the main thing. On the positive side, the markets are actually looking bullish. They're printing this bullish cross. So this is good news. We'll see how this goes. If the markets continue going upwards from here and we don't have anything major to actually make them drop again, then we are on the path of recovery. This is one of the signs. The RSI is all right. It's kind of in neutral territory. It's 44 right now, so it's not overbought, it's not oversold, it's in the middle. So the RSI is not really giving us a strong indication of a major rally coming. I feel that this is just another attempt of the boost to take control of the market, and unfortunately, as I said, I don't really have that much hope that we will manage. So most likely we are going to get rejected yet again from our resistance. We have, the trend line is our first resistance, and as you can see, we made an attempt at breaking, but we are being pushed down right now. So we are forming this wick here. If I actually go on the hourly, things are not looking that bullish at all. You see overbought RSI, so definitely we are dropping here. Market is also on the higher end, and they're getting closer together, which means that soon they might start getting tighter and touch, and as they cross, because we are on the top side, this is going to be a bearish cross. So in the short term, over the next few hours, I expect that we're going to see a pullback, and this pullback is going to take us below the trend line yet again. So the main question will be, are we going to drop below the trend line and continue respecting the trend line going downwards, or are we going to manage to stay above this trend line? This is the big question of the day, so we have to watch out, especially how we close the day. So this is going to develop over the next few hours. We'll see how it goes. Make sure that you watch this closely, because As we are now approaching the end of the year, the end of December, I don't really expect any major market moves. We've only had one December so far where we had huge pumps throughout Christmas and all of that. This was 2017, which was the bubble. Right after that, the bubble burst and we had a huge correction of 2 years. Now, last year, December was not as busy around Christmas, and the year before, and even the year before. So we had 3 years of December not producing such big moves after, let's say, middle of December. All of the professional traders are already out of office, so they're not really trading. So in terms of trading, we are now having low volumes that actually allows for higher market manipulation, easier market manipulation, which is not great. And on top of that, we have a lot of traders just not working, not trading until January. Right, so we're not really going to have these big volumes coming in, and we do need bigger volumes, because this way, if we are open to market manipulation, then we can go either way. We could actually pump heavier because of market manipulation, just as well as we can drop heavily because of market manipulation. So this is a kind of a tricky time right now. I'm not personally taking any trades right at this moment. I'm waiting for more confirmations. I want to see that Bitcoin is going to go to that to break and stay above this trend line and really take another rally upwards before I get confidence enough to jump back in. Of course, I haven't exited all of my positions. I've exited some of my altcoin positions and some of my Bitcoin positions, but I'm still keeping the majority of my capital in Bitcoin, and I'm still keeping a lot of the altcoins in my portfolio, the ones that I am kind of holding longer term. I exited just some of those that were shorter term, and I will be jumping back in if we get a proper breakout from this trend line. So this is what I'm looking in Bitcoin. One of our sponsors is AAX, a crypto exchange platform with over 2 million users worldwide and the first to be powered by London Stock Exchange Group's LSEG technology. They launched in 2019 and offer high security, low latency, and top performance with high liquidity on over 130 trading pairs, including spot trading, futures with up to 100x leverage, peer-to-peer fiat trading, high-yield savings plus education, research, and OTC, among various institutional offerings. And they have a unique campaign that's currently running on selected cryptos that can be bought at half price. Their savings product offers up to 60% APY on Bitcoin, Ethereum, USD Coin, and USD Tether for a fixed period of 7 days, the highest I've seen in any of the popular crypto platforms. And there's flexible and locked terms with the interest being accrued every minute. Also, on all coins running on Solana blockchain, you can get a flexible 10% APY interest. They're also the first to accept wrapped adder deposits, which can save up to 100x on trading fees. This is a feature that is especially beneficial to miners. And another fantastic feature is the ability to withdraw cryptocurrencies with value up to 2 Bitcoin without the need to complete KYC. In addition, through vanilla contract trading, everyone right now can get their 110 USD Tether bonus plus additional 50 USD Tether if you're a new user. So grab the link below and register today. AAX operates in over 100 countries with offices in Europe and Asia and offers support for 48 fiat currencies to enable easy onboarding of customers all over the world. And now, moving on to the best part. AAX has a limited time campaign throughout December, a 50% discount on a different token every week. The sale begins each Friday and runs until the next Friday, so even more of a reason to register right now and get your crypto at half price. Nothing can beat half price sales, plus their annual yield is one of the highest in the industry, so it's a great find and I'm happy to have them as a supporter of this channel. Alright, moving on to some other news. I'm actually quite happy to see that Keystone, one of the hardware wallets that I'm using and I recommend it to you too, has integrated Metamask to enable Web3 type interoperability to us. This is good because as you dive deeper into DeFi, NFTs and other Web3 applications, it's important to use a hardware wallet for greater asset security, and Keystone is one of the safest, if not the safest hardware wallet on the market. It is entirely QR code based open source hardware wallet. What this means is that there is no Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, or even USB connectivity. You're probably familiar already with it because I have done tutorials. I did do a proper review, step-by-step guide on how to set it up and everything. You work with QR codes here, which means that you are scanning a QR code from the device with your mobile phone if you want to approve a transaction. If you haven't actually seen my video, make sure that you go and watch it, because I also did an interview with their key developer where we talked about the security of the device and why I'm saying that this is the most secure device on the market. You can actually see there is no ways to connect USB or Bluetooth or Wi-Fi. These are the 3 points of error when you connect hardware wallets online, and usually people actually hack via Bluetooth or via Wi-Fi or even via the USB, because if your computer is already hacked or compromised in any way, then the USB could be a point of failure. So this is why here you're working with QR codes only, and this is also why I recommend it to you. Although nothing on this planet is unhackable, let's face it, Keystone still makes it significantly difficult for anyone to get hold of your funds. The advantages of using the QR code are the fact that you have greater security and transparency, and your device doesn't have to be connected to your computer, thus isolating your private keys from any internet access, even when signing transactions. One of the most fundamental security assumptions for a hardware wallet is that it should not simply trust the companion software wallet, and that the user should be able to manually check the transaction on the hardware wallet to make sure that nothing is swapped by potentially malicious software wallets. Otherwise, we call this blind signing. And if you fully trust the software application that you're navigating your wallet with without assuming that it's compromised, then using the hardware wallet as the dedicated signing device makes zero sense. There have been many examples where people sign transactions with their hardware wallet only to find out later that the money was sent to a different address than they intended. There are ways to hack the softwares and to divert transactions to wallets that the hacker chooses. So even with a hardware wallet device, you are still not completely safe from such exploits. I remember back in 2017, I think it was Ledger, where there was a I can't remember exactly what was the type of hack, but as you were scanning a wallet address to send the money to a particular wallet address, and typically scanning is your easiest option because this way you're not typing, you're not copy and pasting, so you kind of avoid other points of error. But with the application that you were using with Ledger at the time, there was some sort of a vulnerability that someone exploited, and they managed to divert transactions to a wallet of their choosing. So you would scan a wallet address. Let's say I want to move money from my Ledger into one of my exchange wallets like Binance or something. I would scan my Binance wallet address and I wouldn't even bother checking it because I would trust that scanning it is already, safe enough. And then I would send the money and it doesn't arrive in that wallet but goes to somewhere else because someone found a way to divert this money via the QR code to hack, the scanning device of the application. So they managed to fix that, of course, and everything was fine, but things like that happen. This is why I'm saying that trusting that your web application is not going to be compromised is not good enough. You need to make sure that everything is being displayed on your device and every address that you're sending money to is being properly displayed on your device, and that you can see it properly on your screen, and that you can check each wallet address letter by letter, digit by digit, to make sure that it is in fact correct. So with this large screen, Keystone actually addresses the blind signing problem, making it easy to see the full address that you're sending to, so you can verify smart contract addresses and smart contract functions. Blind signing is actually one of the DeFi's biggest security risks, the Ethereum's security black hole, it's also called. So this is not to be overlooked. Here is a screenshot of the Keystone showing the transaction details of a Uniswap's swap transaction. You can clearly tell that a bigger screen makes a huge difference here. It makes all the information much more readable so that it's much easier for users to manually check the unsigned data. And the first thing to verify is that you're actually connecting to the right smart contract with DeFi transactions. If an attacker creates a phishing website of Uniswap, they can actually copy their current user interface and they can connect their own malicious smart contract addresses, which will transfer the user's funds to the hacker's address. So the Keystone team have preloaded the most famous smart contracts addresses like Uniswap and labeled them so it is much easier for the end user to confirm this. If an address is not preloaded, maybe it's a new contract or a malicious contract, then it will be highlighted as an unknown address with red. And I really like this. It makes it very obvious and very easy to spot a fraudulent address, something that I haven't seen any of the other wallets do, at least for the time being. There's even more, which can be a bit too technical, but basically Keystone will verify the address that you're receiving the swapped tokens with the from address, the one from which you are actually initiating the token swap. The two addresses have to be the same, identical, so you can receive the swapped tokens in your own address and there is an wallet address. And if there is an inconsistency, Keystone will highlight it again and will alert you about this. This is also not present in any other crypto wallet. So again, this is also unique to Keystone. And not to forget their last step of protection for your private keys. If someone tries to force entry into the device, it has a self-destruct mechanism. It triggers upon detecting any attempts of hardware disassembly. So it's one of my top choices for cold storage. Definitely Keystone is compatible with many different software wallets, including Metamask now. And it's also the first ever hardware wallet that integrates Ethereum name service to safely display ENS data. This is another tweet that I found in my research. It's from ENS Domains. They say, happy to have collaborated with Keystone Wallet on this. Getting ENS support on hardware wallets has been a challenge and we think this is a good solution. This is a key step to making ENS truly ubiquitous. You can learn more about Keystone and their integration below. You can actually do that if you check my own video, my review and my interview with Lixin Liu, who is the key developer of Keystone. He was actually working on CoboVault Pro and then he and his team actually moved out of CoboVault Pro and founded Keystone, and CoboVault Pro is no longer a hardware wallet device. They moved to being a custodial wallet and just doing different things. So now this is the device. This is now the safest hardware wallet device on the market, and I'm using it. I'm also using a few other hardware wallets. I've covered all of this. I've done tutorials and reviews and everything. Make sure that you go into my tutorials playlist if you want to actually find these. Well, this quickly becomes the most advanced cold wallet actually. It supports tons of coins and tokens, as you probably know already. So for those of us who aren't very keen on keeping big amounts in Metamask, this function is perfect. Pure code interoperability allows the Keystone Hardware Wallet to have fewer connectivity issues between the device and Metamask. And as you know, Metamask has already been having many issues. People have lost loads of coins from hacks and other vulnerabilities that Metamask has. So for peace of mind, I would say it's best to use this device with Metamask as an extra layer of protection, especially if you're entering DAOs, DeFi, Metaverse or NFT markets. Just add more security. I'll talk about security in more detail very soon, probably first week of the new year, because it's been a few years since my last video where I shared with you my tips and also my mistakes. I feel it's due an update, so make sure that you catch this one as well. And the last piece of news I'm gonna leave you with, this is actually, I found this a bit funny, but it is not a laughing matter. So basically someone sold a Bored Ape NFT, which is, these are also a collection of 10,000 NFTs, collector's items and everything. They're going really expensive, similar to CryptoPunks. Not as expensive as CryptoPunks, but these are basically the next CryptoPunks. So someone accidentally sold their NFT for $3,000 instead of $300,000, and this is because they were pricing it in Ether, and instead of pricing it instead of pricing it at 75 Ether, they actually typed 0.75. So quite a big mistake, I'm afraid. And unfortunately, it was a very brief second actually that this happened. The guy saying that he literally figured it out as he pressed enter. He realized that he typed 0.75 Ether instead of 75, but he didn't even have a chance to cancel this and go and correct it. And he suspects that this was a bot that was actually pre-programmed to make such a purchase, because the gas fee for the transaction was somewhere around 8 Ether, which is absolutely crazy. I mean, they paid $32,000 of transaction fees in order to get that transaction instantly, to ensure that the sale went through instantly. I mean, this is the actual NFT that he sold. It's number 3547, and the current price is 60 Ether. So this is the current price right now. Unfortunately, he sold it for 0.75. So make sure that you don't make such mistakes. I'm sure all of us have made similar mistakes, mostly when trading. I've done this, and maybe you've done it as well. You miss a zero. You make a mistake by a zero. You either place the zero, too many zeros at the end, or too many zeros at the front, or not too many zeros at the front. That's the problem when we work with currencies that have 8 or more decimals. You have to actually work with a lot of zeros and a lot of tiny numbers and things. A lot of the times it's easy to make this kind of a mistake. So it's very important that you always double, maybe triple check the amounts before you place an order. Whether it's for buy or for sell, it doesn't matter. Always triple check, guys, because these kind of errors, I mean, the guy lost $250,000 from this mistake. This is quite a big loss. And a quick disclaimer for you guys here, just to remind you again, I'm not a financial advisor, so my views here are not financial or investment advice. These are personal opinions and my personal commentary on the market movement, so that I can help you with your own research. This is for educational purpose only. Alright, well, this wraps up today's episode of Crypto Corner, everyone. Thanks for staying until the end. I hope this brings you value, and if it did, please share it with someone else who will benefit from watching this. Also, show your support by leaving a like and a comment below. This will help the algorithms pick up this video so it can reach more people. Also, make sure that you check out the links in the description below, where I list all of my top crypto services, exchanges, wallets, my top charting tools for market analysis, and my 2 ebooks, Learn Crypto, the ultimate beginner's guide to investing in cryptocurrencies, where I share with you everything I've learned in my 6 years in this industry, including the many mistakes that I've made, so you can avoid repeating those. And Crypto Jargon A to Z. This is a complete crypto dictionary with over 1,000 terms, acronyms, and trading slang that you should know. It's an Amazon bestseller, and it's now in its 3rd edition and at a very low price as well. If you want to be on my mailing list and receive my bi-weekly crypto newsletter, where I share with you market insights, the link is also in the description below. Trade carefully and stay profitable.